Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to give my review over Basketball Wives. Something wrong. Y'all see my eye is a little bit red. I went to the dentist yesterday to get my teeth cleaned, and that light was so like you know how they put the glasses on your face. Um, I was sitting there for about 4 or 5 minutes until they finally was like, "Here you go." And so I'm sitting there rubbing my eyes. That light was so bright. I don't know if that's why my eye is red today. I don't know, girl. I don't know. Like, my eye is red. But I also sleep in my contacts, too. And I know I'm not supposed to. However, I do. I'm not going to be satisfied till I wake up and I think that my eyes still closed, but they really open. Baby, that's going to be the day I have a whole fucking fit. Do you hear me? Anyways, let's go ahead and get into this. I'll talk about my trip to the dentist and the Hot Topics video. Remind me to tell y'all about my neighbor, how he was going off yesterday. Bitch, my neighbor was going off yesterday. Anyways, so the episode starts off, Shaunie and Shanice are outside talking, whatever. Kristen is talking to her husband. She's basically telling her husband how there's a lot of different personalities within this group of women. He says, just like the salon on Saturdays. She said, what you know about the salon on Saturdays? Bitch, I know what he know about the salon on Saturdays because he dropped his side bitch at the salon on Saturdays. That's how he know what goes on the salon on Saturdays, bitch. And you know too. That's why last year when OG said, your husband, where is he at? Basically, he was at the salon on that Saturday dropping his side bitch off. Let me stop being messy. Ooh. Anyways, Kristen and Jackie meet up to get their nails to get a mani and a pedi, and Jennifer shows up. They start to have the conversation about Kristen telling Shaunie what Jennifer said. You know what? Let me go ahead and say this. No, I'm gonna wait to say this. Wait to say that. Kristen starts to say that there are children involved. Let me just say something. There were children involved when Shaq cheated. There were children involved when Shaq and Shaunie got a divorce. Now, I do understand that there is a big difference between someone saying that the rumor is your man slept with your close friend versus the rumor being your man slept with some random hoe in the street. There is a big difference. One is your friend and one is a hoe off the street. So I get that. But for them to try and act like people really don't know that Shaquille O'Neal ran the streets when he was married to Shaunie O'Neal is bullshit. Stop trying to act like her bringing up those facts are disrespecting your kids, which in turn No. Y'all all say what the fuck y'all want to say to each other. Then y'all want to start drawing lines in the sand. Ain't nobody said shit about your goddamn kids. I was talking about your trifling ass ex-husband. Y'all gonna have to get me to understand, how is it that me saying your man cheating on you ain't breaking news, CNN breaking news, and that's the same thing as me disrespecting your kids? No, sweetie, your husband disrespected your kids. I'm sorry, y'all know. I just don't think nobody gonna get me to understand that. Y'all really try and pull this. You talked about my kids, you disrespected my kids out of the wind when somebody brings up your man or attacks your motherhood or your fatherhood. Now they're talking about your kids. No. Who talked about somebody's child was Jackie. When Jackie called Shanice a build-a-hoe, that's talking about somebody's kids. Because Jackie know damn well she ain't got that shit off no goddamn internet nowhere. Jackie pulled that shit out of thin air and was like, I could go around and say that people calling your daughter a build-a-hoe. Knowing damn well Jackie made that shit up on the spot. Now that's talking about somebody's kids. Me saying, bitch, worry about your trifling ass cheating ass husband. That's me talking about your trifling ass cheating ass husband. Okay? Me saying girl gonna be with your children, that's me telling you, bitch, you a sorry ass mama gonna be with your kids. I ain't said shit about your kids. Anyways, girl, Jennifer says that she has changed. Jackie is starting to get on my nerve in this scene. You know, Shaunie is going to be mad at you. Mouse is going to be mad. I do not like how they treat Shaunie like the head bitch in charge. And even if she is a head, let me just say something. This is the problem why I don't like the powers that be behind the scenes in front of the camera. I had the same problem with Mona Scott Young. Remember when Mona Scott Young used to host the Love and Hip Hop reunions? You could tell she showed favoritism. She showed favoritism. I felt like she threw her weight around on the stage. I felt like people really couldn't say what they wanted to say because the boss is sitting right here in front of us. That's why I love Mona. If you're gonna be the boss, bitch, be the boss behind the scenes. I don't like Andy. I already don't like Andy. I don't like Andy Cohen, the host of the Real Housewives reunions. I feel like he has his favorites. I feel like he is shady. I feel like if they get shady back, it's a problem. Stay your ass behind the scenes. I don't like Shaunie being in front of the camera because she throws her weight around. Just like when she dismissed Brandy when they were outside on the ocean having drinks or wherever they were at. Well, if you really want to go against this whole, bring up this whole, you're not supposed to talk to your boss crazy. Well, your boss is not supposed to hang out with their subordinates in the first place. So we wouldn't even be in this situation if you wasn't hanging out with us. But Shaunie wants to be in front of the camera so bad, but then she wants to set all these rules and regulations. I don't like that shit. Every bitch on that show been called a bitch, a hoe, a slut, and got a drink thrown in their face and got into a fight. But anytime we come up to Shaunie, a bitch can't even call her out her name or nothing. Everybody on that show been called out their name, but Shaunie is exempt. No, bitch, you can get it too. If you don't want to be called no bitch, no hoe, no slut, if you want to get no drink thrown in your face, if you don't want your business in the streets, stay off in front of the camera. Anyways, I just wanted to get that off my chest. Now, Jennifer is pretty much has been emotional this entire episode. She starts to cry. You know, she talks about her mother. Now, let me just say something. Everyone handles death differently. And I'll just say this much. I remember when my aunt passed away. I had an aunt. Her name was Kim. My Aunt Kim. She passed away. She had breast cancer. And before she passed away, I was drinking a lot. Like a lot. Like a lot. And me and my sister used to live together. And my sister noticed it. And she was like, it would be days, honestly, y'all. Like I had just started this new job. I would literally come home from work, drink, pass out. Wake up the next day. My alarm was always set. I would come home, drink, pass out, wake up the next day, get ready for work, go to work, come home, drink, pass out, wake up the next day. And one day my sister was like, you sure been doing a lot of drinking? And I was like, I really haven't. And when I thought about it, I was like, I really have been. Like, it was just fucking me up that my aunt had breast cancer. But I was acting like it didn't bother me, but clearly it really did. And then when she passed away, that was just a whole nother ball game. But the point I'm trying to make is people do deal with death differently. And I know some people will say, well, girl, it's been 3 years. And when you think about it, 3 years is a long time. But depending on the relationship that you had with that person, 3 years could seem like a day. 3 years could seem like, girl, a couple of hours. And I think Jennifer did a good job of basically saying that sometimes she gets mad, sometimes she gets sad, sometimes she's mean. I think what the problem with Jennifer Williams is people pretty much called her weak and a punk for so long. Remember when she was in the first, what was that show she had with Laura and New York, the First 15, something like that? And I remember her saying that one of the struggles was when she's nice and she's trying to be polite and classy, people call her a pushover. Then when she comes back and she's pretty much a bitch, people are like, oh, you're a fucking bitch. Kind of like Cynthia off The Real Housewives of Atlanta. You know, people called Cynthia a pushover, blah, blah, blah. And then when she came back on season and was like, bitch, blah, 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 shooting everybody, then everybody was like, oh, what's wrong with Cynthia? So I think Jennifer is stuck in this place of, y'all not going to run over me anymore. And then on top of that, her mother has passed away, and she still clearly doesn't know how to deal with that. And I think that feeling of, I need to be a bitch to get y'all to respect me, and my mom has died, I think those feelings on top of each other is just like a mess waiting to happen. You see what I'm saying? Not to try to make excuses for Jennifer, but I kind of understand what she's saying. Now, with all that being said, I think that people also need to understand that just because somebody died that you love or you're close to don't mean you can't get the shit slapped out of you. Because I think that some people believe that when you are hurt, when there's a death in your family or just someone who you cared about, that gives you a license to go around and treat people like shit. When the truth of the matter is, a lot of people not gonna care. They may, feel empathy towards the fact that someone has passed away, but that still won't stop you from getting the shit slapped out of you. So when people die or you're hurting, you still need to watch how you conduct yourself or talk to people, because baby, you'll still get the shit slapped out of you, okay? I'm just saying, I just want to put that out there. I want people to stop acting like Jennifer just popped up at Shaunie's party. Like, Shaunie literally said that it was okay if Jennifer came. She said that. She said that it was okay if Jennifer came. She already knew. Now, she didn't know the part about Jennifer saying, girl, it's no surprise that your nigga wasn't shit. She didn't know that part, but you had already knew that Jennifer had said things about you and Shaq or Shaq before you even said that she could come to the party. So Shaunie said that Jennifer could come. She said that she wasn't going to invite her, but it was okay if she came. Now, I get it. If one of the kids told Jennifer, bitch, don't be talking about my daddy, you raggedy asshole, then I get that. But Shaunie girl, you're too angry at Jennifer, girl. You need to be mad at your ex-husband. How about that? I'm sorry. On this one, pretty much, I'm Team Jennifer. I am. Now, the only thing I will say, Jennifer, all this shit you talking, bitch, you better be at that reunion. Because you can't talk all this shit, And then when it come down to reunion time, your ass don't want to show up. Now, that's one thing I don't like. One thing, kind of like the Kenya Moores. You can say what you want to say about Kenya Moore, but when it come down to it, that bitch be at that reunion, sitting front row, standing in her shit. Jennifer, you better do the same thing. Anyways, OG looks so much better. She looks 10 times better. I mean, I don't like the confessional look with all the pearls, and I don't like all that. I don't. But it looks way better than what she was looking like last year. She stepped it up a notch. Hopefully, if she comes back next season, it'll get even better. Jackie is having a crystal party. I had never heard of a crystal party. I guess it's to release the bad energy basically. Now let me just say this. Malaysia has a get together. She invites Cece and Kristen. Kristen didn't know that Byron's daughter was going to be there. So I would never trust a bitch like Kristen. She's so thirsty for the spotlight, it's actually sad. You threw Cece under the bus last year in order to hang out with Jennifer to have a spot at the table with the Mean Girls, right? You knew Cece and Jennifer were beefing. If family was that fucking important to you, you would have chose Cece's side, especially over a bitch who you did not know. I'm sorry. You didn't know Jennifer. It's one thing if you knew both of them and you knew both of them was full of shit and you was like, look, I'm going to keep hanging out with both of y'all because that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. But you pretty much chose Jennifer's side over Cece's side because you wanted that bad to hang around the Evelyns and the Jennifers and the Shaunis and the, yeah. You then said on national television cable television that Byron doesn't come see his grandchild. Now, is it true? I believe it's true. I believe that it's true. However, for y'all to act like Byron, for some reason, they don't want to believe that Byron has an issue with Kristen on his own. They want to believe that the only reason that Byron probably has an issue with Kristen or there's a drama in the family is because of Cece. No, Kristen, you got your black ass on television and said that man was a horrible grandparent. And granted, it might be true. However, you still said it on TV. That ain't got shit to do with Cece. That's why Byron doesn't like you. That's why Byron doesn't fuck with you. I don't understand why that's so hard to understand. Now, with that being said, Byron, go see your grandchild. Go see your grandchild. But I also think that it's like, girl, do you take the grandchild up the street? I mean, at the end of the day, Byron has a whole new life now, baby. That's just the truth that it is. Byron got a whole new woman. They work out. They probably have fun. They do a lot of stuff. So unfortunately, it may sound fucked up. Like, girl, his grandchild probably comes second to his wife or his soon-to-be wife. So how about you call Byron and say, hey, Byron, so look, Ashley wants to see you. Hey, Byron, and look, Ashley wants to spend a night. Hey, Byron, you want to go to the park with us today? How about you initiate the relationship? I don't know. Anyways, so Kristen and and then even this year, Kristen, you're supposed to be good Judy's with Jennifer, then you turn your back on Jennifer and then go tell Shawnee what Jennifer said. Like, that Kristen is a old low down dirty. Oh, I would never trust a bitch like Kristen. Do you hear me? And then, from what I understand, y'all don't like to pay for y'all food when y'all go out. Anyways, so they all meet up. Look, this is what it comes down to me. Again, I think that they don't want to believe. They're putting too much of this on Cece's back. Like, at the end of the day, you can't blame Cece for Byron feeling the way that he feels. Now, oh my God, my contact. Now, they mentioned something about this didn't start happening until Cece entered the picture. Maybe Byron already felt this way, and Cece probably was the one that pretty much let it be known that he feels this way. You see what I'm saying? Maybe Byron hasn't liked Kristen forever. And now that Cece is in the picture, and Cece and Kristen are now probably in the same age, I don't know, that, Cece, was just like, bitch, that's why Byron can't stand your ass, bitch. I don't know. But I think that they are putting too much pressure, too much of the ownership on Cece. And it shouldn't be. Y'all want to sit down and have a conversation with Cece? Go have a conversation with your goddamn daddy. Or your father-in-law. Like, anyways, Evelyn meets up with a new girl named Phoebe Torres. Phoebe, she seems like she hood. She seems like she with the shits. I like a bitch that's with the shits. So I think Phoebe might bring a little bit of spice to Basketball Wives this season. This bitch talking about she needs some calories. She gonna eat some spinach. Bitch, if you don't go get some, bitch, my contact. I gotta take my contacts out, y'all. Y'all gotta take my contacts out. My eyes turning red. Bitch, if you don't go get you some fucking collard greens and candy yams and neck bones and pork chops, talking about you want some calories. Girl, you're not gonna get no calories from the motherfucking steamed spinach. Girl, get your ass down. Byron and Cece are, ooh, I forgot all about this bitch. Byron and Cece are at dinner. They're having dinner at their house. Now let me say something. This is getting real dangerous, and not dangerous in a way of somebody's gonna die, but dangerous in a way of some relationships are going to end really, really quickly. And really, it's going to be a sad situation because, you know, Byron is pretty much letting it be known, like, fuck Kristen. I don't fuck with that bitch. I don't never have to see her again. Like, at the end of the day, she only part of this family due to marriage. I mean, Cece, same thing can go for Cece too. But she's only a part of this family because of marriage. If her and my son got a divorce tomorrow, I wouldn't give a fuck if I never saw that bitch again. Like my grandmother used to always say, if I never saw you again, it will be too soon. Girl, I remember one time she said that, girl, my whole mouth dropped. What? If you never saw him again, it would be too soon. I said, God damn. Because my nanny is a mess, honey. I don't know if Byron is being messy or trying to get back at Kristen, because he lets it be known, I'm pissed off at that bitch for saying on TV that I don't see my grandchild. Now again, do I believe Kristen? Yes. But Kristen, you also need to understand that even if it is the truth, that man, like, he's still in his feelings. Being in your feelings ain't gotta make sense, okay? You could be mad and then it's like, I'm mad. Like, why are you mad? Because I am. You see what I'm saying? He mad because it's the truth. And he mad because you blasted him on TV. Now he pretty much going in his bag, blasting your ass back, letting it be known that he don't give a fuck about you. Now, I don't know what type of position that's going to put his son in. But I'll say this much. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell my daddy could disrespect my wife like that. Now, we can all sit down and try to figure out something. And you need to watch what you say on this TV show. And you need to watch what you say on this TV show. But when you start going into the whole, I don't have to fuck with her, and she basically disposable, and she ain't got to be here, and I ain't ever got to see her again, that's what me and my dad are going to have a conversation. And fuck all that, oh, you my father, I'm your son. This is on some real, like, man-to-man shit. Don't be disrespecting my wife like that. Like, that's some disrespectful ass shit to say to me. I mean, Kristen was being disrespectful too. He need to get in both of their asses. I think the husband needs to get in both of their asses like Kristen, girl. I understand this is a TV show, but bitch, you need to watch what you say. And daddy, I understand that we going through some shit, but nigga, you need to watch what the fuck you say. Because at the end of the day, this is my wife, and she ain't going no motherfucking way. You more disposable than what she is. Truth be told, at the end of the day, even if Kristen and Thomas got a divorce, Kristen gonna always be a part of Thomas' life in the conversation. She might not be a part of yours, Byron, but she always gonna be linked forever and ever, linked to Thomas. They got a whole fucking baby together. Anyways, this girl, I don't even want to talk about that. Tammy, Jazz, Lyric. First of all, Jazz and Lyric are gorgeous. Is that girl a lesbian? Is it Jazz? Is Jazz a lesbian? I don't know, child. I just want her to be a lesbian so bad, because that's what she give me. She been giving me that. I like Reggie. I love Tammy, of course, y'all already know. Tammy and Evelyn are my favorites, the two most ignorant bitches on the show. The two most ignorant bitches on the show, my favorite ones. But however, I felt the scene was unnecessary. I feel like they were trying to create a scene. Like, even I think Lyric was like, okay, girl, are we done? Like, Jazz and Lyric were supposedly mad. Bitch, did y'all see that? Did y'all see that view? Bitch, did y'all see that view that was going out of Tammy's house? That Airbnb? Because y'all know Tammy don't live in that house, right? I think Tammy and Reggie live right here in Houston, Texas, child. But did y'all see that view from the Airbnb? Girl, it was gorgeous. I said, ooh, that's the type of view I want to have. If I was to ever move to like a LA, baby, put me in Hollywood Hills somewhere, because I need to see all the lights. I love a view. That's one thing I love about Vegas is I love a view. Like, I can literally just sit in my room at nighttime and just look out the window. I love it. Anyways, the girls are supposedly mad because Tammy went and eloped and didn't tell them. They wanted to have this big over-the-top wedding, I guess, or at least they wanted to be in on the fact that they were getting married. Girl, ain't these. Anyways, oh, so they're all out drinking before they go to this crystal party, and Jennifer calls Kristen. Kristen doesn't know that Jennifer is actually going to the party, so it was a surprise to her. She puts Jennifer on speaker, which, I mean, 9 times out of 10, for the most part, whenever you see these reality shows, they do have the conversations on speakerphone, just for for the fact that we can hear. So at first I was like, Kristen is being messy again. She being a messy ass bitch. But then when I thought about it, I was like, okay, I guess I get it, because when I watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians or Love and Hip Hop, Real Housewives of Atlanta, they usually do have their conversations on speakerphone. Of course, Evelyn is being messy, like a kid in a candy store when she found out Jennifer was coming. Like, Jennifer sitting there. One thing I'm gonna say about Evelyn, I'm gonna need you to pull back on the whole Tammy beef. And even when you don't say Tammy's name, we know that you're talking about Tammy. Oh yeah, some fake bitches in this group. It's some fake bitches in this group. Like, we know you're talking about Jennifer. We know you're talking about Tammy. Tammy has not mentioned you at all, girl. She hasn't even brought up anything that would even make me think that she's talking about Evelyn. And the simple fact that you have been talking about Tammy since the first episode, now this is only episode 2, granted, but the simple fact that you've been talking about Tammy since the first episode, it makes you look real juvenile and childish, and like you don't have shit else going on but to talk about Tammy Roman and to beef with Tammy Roman. Girl, stop it, girl. You looking real crazy. Anyways, Jen even asked her, like, what's going on? Because Jen could probably sense that something was going on. And Kristen is just like, nothing will be there, So they go. Anyways, they go to the crystal room or whatever the thing they had set up. They pretty much think it's a joke. Evelyn is laughing. Evelyn, just last week, girl, you was sitting in the goddamn desert letting a man put a rock on your goddamn puss. Now all of a sudden, this is a joke to you, girl. Anyways, look, I'm sorry. Maybe it's just me, and maybe I'm just sensitive. Anytime somebody starts to cry, I start to feel bad. Like, I will cry just seeing somebody else cry sometimes. And when Jennifer was crying, I really felt bad for Jennifer. Again, everything that I said earlier in the conversation, I really do think that Jennifer is stuck in a hard place. Like, you have to deal with these bitches like Evelyn. You have to deal with these bitches like Shani and all these bitches, and you're not like that. But they're forcing you to be a bitch. You see what I'm saying? Like, I have to be a bitch dealing with Evelyn. And this is what I'm going to say about Evelyn. Evelyn, sweetie. You used to treat Jennifer like shit. Bona fide shit. So even if Jennifer did say that you was hoeing and you was running the streets and Shanice was paying all the bills, she was in her right to say so. You were, once upon a time, it was mad day for you. Once upon a time, it was mad day for her. From what I understand last season, y'all had a conversation and said, everything that we probably said and done to each other when we wasn't fucking with each other, we throwing that away. We not gonna bring it up because we were both not fucking with each other and we were mad at each other. So now, Evelyn, why are you mad that you found out that Jennifer probably was doing some backhanded shit, probably throwing your name under the mud, and the truth of the matter is she had every right to do so. You treated the girl like shit. Now, she didn't have the balls to do all of that on camera. No, the bitch is probably scary. I say that. But at the end of the day, why are you surprised after the way you treated Jennifer that she would do these things to you or say these things about you? That's how it usually works. When you do something to somebody, they do something back. And if you can forgive Jackie for calling Shanice a builder hoe, then you can forgive Jennifer. Because all Jennifer said was, bitch, you was a hoe and you was running the streets and Shanice was at the house paying all the bills. Which I do believe that. And I also believe Jennifer said that. But if you can forgive Jackie, a bitch who you have no history with, then you can forgive Jennifer, especially when you consider all the shit that you've done to her. Hopping on tables, chasing a bitch down the runway in Tahiti, wherever y'all was at. Like, Evelyn, you haven't been a good friend to Jennifer either. And is it true, like, somebody passes away and you become an asshole? Right. But at the end of the day, everybody does not deal with death the same. Some people actually do start to lash out. Again, that don't mean that you can't get your ass slapped because you know you're going through something. However, some people start to lash out and cut up and act up. Some people become alcoholics. Some people turn to drugs. Some people turn to hoeing. Like, everybody deals with death differently. Anyways, Evelyn don't want to hear nothing Jennifer got to say. She leaves the room. Jennifer starts to cry, and that was like a real cry, bitch. That wasn't like no fake cry. That was one of them real, like, I can't breathe, I don't want to be, like, that was a real cry. I felt bad for Jennifer. Even Shani felt bad enough to, like, damn, bitch. Like, I didn't think, girl, like, I thought that we were just gonna be fake mad. I didn't know your ass was really gonna be, like, crying and shit. Shani tells Jennifer she doesn't have to be this person, which she doesn't have to be. However, I understand why she is. When you're dealing with bitches like Evelyn, you ain't got no choice but to turn into a bitch. Anyways, child, that's it. This review was longer than what I thought it was going to be. All right, I need to upload this video and try to get hot topics out of the way. All right, bye, y'all.